this is the last section that I'm going to do today. 4.6, Arithmetic Sequences. I did skip over 4.5. Again, if you feel like you need me to make a video on that section, please email me. I feel like 4.5 is something we discussed a lot last year in pre-algebra. Arithmetic sequences are pretty straightforward. An arithmetic sequence, a sequence in general is just a series of numbers. It's a list of numbers. That's a sequence. Each number in the sequence is called a term. So like 2 would be my first term. And 5 would be my second term. So that's what we mean when we say terms. It's just the numbers in the sequence. An arithmetic sequence is just a very specific type of sequence, and it's where you are adding. Arithmetic means you're adding. The thing to keep in mind is adding can also be subtracting. Addition and subtraction are the exact same operation. You can think of subtraction as just adding negatives. So you're going to hear about what's called a common difference. And the common difference is just the number that is being added each time. So in this example, this is just a quick arithmetic sequence I made up. You can see that my common difference is going to be 3. And it's a positive 3 because we're adding 3 each time. So this would be an arithmetic sequence. The common difference is 3. Here is, if I had something like 1, 4, 9, 16. This is a sequence, and there's a pattern to this sequence, but it is not arithmetic. It's not arithmetic because there's no common difference. Here I'm adding 3. Here I'm adding 5. Here I'm adding 7. So you can see there's a pattern happening, but that is not arithmetic. There's no common difference. So that's really what an arithmetic sequence is. It's just you're adding some number each time. If I had, here's another example. Say I had 16, 14, 12, 10, 8. This is an arithmetic sequence. The common difference here is going to be a -2. Make sure you get that negative sign because you're subtracting. And if you're subtracting 2, that means that what you're really doing is adding -2 each time. So your common difference is just what you're adding. Most of the questions you get in this section ask you to predict what like the whatever if term is going to be. Hopefully you don't have to memorize this, but if you do, just come up with a strategy to help you memorize it. Hopefully doing enough problems, you just kind of learn what it is. The formula that you need to know for arithmetic sequence is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus parentheses n minus 1 times d. Okay. Not only do you have to memorize this formula or learn it, but you need to know what each of these terms mean. This right here, this a sub 1, that means the first term in the sequence. This n is whatever it is you're trying to find. so if you're trying to find like the 33rd term, then this n would be 33. So this is the number, I forget how they word it in the text, but it's basically the number that you're trying to find. So we'll go with number of term. And then you just subtract 1 from it, and then D, you could probably guess, that's your common difference. So I'm just going to do one example of these because I think it is pretty simple to figure out as long as you know what each of these things means. So if you were asked to find, let's say, the 22nd term, and you were given the sequence 5, 2, -1, -4. Well, you're going to use this formula. This is just your answer. So what I find when I plug these things in, that's this. The first thing is what's the first term? Well, as you can see, my first term is a 5. So I put a 5. Then in parentheses, I have n minus 1. Now your n is the number of term that you're trying to find. So in this case, it's the 22nd. So I'm going to do 22 minus 1. And then my common difference is just what is it that I'm adding each time. In this case, you can see you're going down by 3. So my common difference is going to be -3. When you solve this, you're going to do what's in parentheses first. Don't forget order of operations. So you'll have 21 times -3. That is going to be a negative, I'll write down here, -63. And then I'm going to add 5 to that. And then you will get your answer. So -63 plus 5 is -58, I think. I apologize if my arithmetic is ever wrong in these videos. I'm doing these kind of quick without a calculator. But I believe that this would then be your answer of the 22nd term in this particular sequence.